things have definitely started off on a little bit of a pumpy note to begin the day. We're seeing a lot of green throughout the crypto space. ADA prices performing well. In fact, right now, what we're seeing from BTC is the start of a potential breakout. We're broken out at the time of filming this video. I'm not ready yet to say that, oh, this is a confirmed breakout. This is where we run or anything like that. A lot of times we've actually broken out and kind of come back down, back into this trend and gotten a lot closer to the end of this before we make a move. But there is something that has happened overnight that is worth noting in terms of BTC, in terms of ADA. And this actually can give us a lot of fuel. And I think it's a pretty big indication of what might be coming as the week progresses. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So first of all, I want to show you guys the BTC hourly chart because what we're seeing was BTC just push against this trend, push against this trend. And then finally over the last 2 hours here, it really got enough gusto to break out and start making some extended moves. Right now, BTC is about 104.4, which is a great sign. That is the, I believe the highest point of the weekend. Yeah, highest point of the weekend so far. So we've definitely gotten some momentum to carry from yesterday into today. And this is something that may in fact continue. And I'll get to why that is in just a moment. But what I want to talk about as well is ADA is still pushing the top of its trend. Actually, in fact, if we look at this, ADA on this hourly candle is broken out. Again, I'm not ready to say that this is our breakout quite yet. This is the moment where we run, right? Because we have seen a couple times where ADA's broken out, it's come back down. And that's just even over the last 6 hours or so here. So again, ADA just continuing to show all these signs that it doesn't want, in fact, want to break out and make an extended move to the upside. And what's interesting is that leverage has done something, or open interest has done something pretty wild over the last 24 hours. We've seen a huge exodus of short interest across the crypto space. So first of all, BTC, we actually saw $800 million in open interest removed in the last 24 hours. We didn't have $800 million in liquidations. So right now, what this is showing us is that there's a huge exodus of short interest. We've seen BTC climb back to this even ratio, almost a number one right on the head in terms of the long short ratio. So there's a very even balance between the two, which is, I think, a very big deal. And it's showing us that the shorts are scared right now. We've seen this take place in terms of SHIB. We've seen this take place in terms of XRP, just tens of millions of dollars in short interest, even on altcoins, running away from the crypto market. In fact, when we look at ADA itself, guys, there's been a $35 million decline over the last 24 hours in terms of open interest. All right. There has not been that much in terms of liquidations that took place. So this is a very big deal, guys. And what's very awesome, I'm gonna use the word awesome. What's awesome about this is while there has been some sort of exodus, they have not gotten out of the way completely. And this is where things can really get exciting, where we can see ADA actually kind of pace the blue chip assets in the crypto space. So there is still almost a 6.5% imbalance in the long and short ratio, meaning that there's still a huge presence of shorts. And I know that, we're talking about this a lot because, guys, this is how we can get very volatile, quick moves that take place. Maybe this is something that even happens today. But what I want to show you guys is that right now, they are still in the way. The shorts are still in the way on this run to the upside. And this is thick open interest in terms of ADA. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars in open interest, basically between here and about 85 cents. Now, why this would be such a big deal is, guys, that would be almost a new local high here in terms of ADA. If this thing does start running, if we do get enough volume and liquidations to take place across the crypto space, BTC also kind of in this compressed area once again, right? It's more even. So BTC again could see a push to the upside. It could see a push to the downside. That's a big question, in terms of which way we run. But there's so much, and it's so close at the top side. If we get any ounce of excitement, any semblance of a run that comes with volume, you could very easily see liquidations take place either over the course of the weekend or into the early part of the week. And that's where ADA can really start making some of these extended moves. That's where these fundamentals really start coming into play. That's why, anybody that's been negative, you need to understand that the charts are very misleading. All right. You have to look at everything in totality. And what I wanted to point out as well here is, excuse me, two things. One, we're still at this point where ADA has not flipped BTC yet in terms of altcoin performance over the last 90 days. If we compare ADA to where it was at 90 days ago, that was kind of in our little mid-February pump that we had, our little recovery from the largest flash crash we've ever seen in crypto history, largest, big black swan event, right? So ADA is down from that point. What I have to say is that when I looked at ADA from an overall perspective compared to last market cycle, a lot of times we compare this to the fall of 2020. I found it very interesting that actually ADA is following that point last market cycle very similarly in terms of a volume standpoint. We're kind of in this, October, November, September load up phase right before the market really got running. If you want to compare it to last cycle, this is what we've referenced in terms of SHIB. This is what we referenced in terms of ADA and many other assets in the space. It's all very, very similar. But again, I'll refer back to the closest cycle we're following is back in 2016, 2017, almost to a T. And again, if we look at ADA's continuing to move, just keep moving to the upside. Again, our retest here in the total two, whoops, move that. Don't move that. Our retest on the total two, or I'm sorry, on the total market cap of crypto looked great. Getting a little pumpy there. Total two, looks like we're again going to try to retest this. I mean, everything's kind of right where it needs to be, guys. I don't really need to say much more. I told you guys what I wanted to say in this video. There are some pretty huge changes. BTC up to 104.7 at the time of filming this video. Now we'll see if this continues and can really create some significant rallies as time goes on. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.